Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do a full review and tutorial on the new Too Faced Sweet Peach collection. I originally filmed a tutorial for this, but it just didn't work out. I literally tried a good 5 times trying to get a look down, but it just wasn't working out for me. So I decided, screw it, I'm just gonna do a full, review and show you guys like my thoughts on everything. There are some things that I just did not care for, and then there are some things that I really loved. So you guys will see, me using the products and, my thoughts on them. Some products I haven't even used until this video, so you'll see some first impressions. But if you want to see everything that came in this collection and my thoughts on them, then keep on watching. So I'm going to start off with my eyes first, and I have literally tried this eyeshadow palette about 4 to 5 times, and it just was not working for me. My eyes were watering, I couldn't blend, and I was just having so many issues with it, but I'm convinced that I can make this palette work. I want it to work so bad because the colors are so beautiful, and I absolutely love Too Faced. So this is going to be my last attempt to create a look using this palette. So this is the Just Peachy Matte Palette, and the eyeshadows are beautiful. I love the colors. It screams fall, and it's, Too Faced always makes some really great shadows. So I'm gonna make this palette work. I want it to work. I'm starting off with Peach Meringue eyeshadow, and I'm just going to pop this underneath my brow for a highlight. This is Peaches and Cream eyeshadow, and I love this shadow for a transition color. It was perfect. Then I layered in Peach Punch in the crease, and this is just going to give a pop of color, and I love this shadow. To add some depth to my crease, I'm taking Peach Cobbler eyeshadow, and I'm blending this in with an angled eyeshadow brush right in my crease. Now I'm going to carve out where I want to place my crease and also prep with a little primer. I'm moving on to Just Ripe eyeshadow, and I'm going to pat that all on my lower lid with a flat eyeshadow brush. Then I'm going back with an angled eyeshadow brush and a little bit of that shadow to diffuse the edges. Then I went in with chocolate dipped eyeshadow, and I just used a flat brush to smudge out my lash line. Next I went in with a couple coats of mascara, and then I decided to put a pair of falsies on. These are the Cocoa Lashes in the style Venus. Now that my lashes are on, I'm going to quickly put on some brows and then move on to the next product. So this is what my eyes look like so far. I'm going to go back and finish them up later. I'm not like 100% happy with them, but I'm just going to move on, or else I'm just going to nitpick and start hating it and adding too much to it. So I'm just going to leave my eyes alone and move on to the complexion products. I have not tried the new foundation yet. This is the only product, or no, there's still a couple products I haven't tried yet, but this is the main product that I have not tried at all. So I'm really excited to kind of play with it in this video. I'm going to start off with the primer that came in the collection. So this is the Primed and Peachy Cooling Matte Skin Perfecting Primer. It's infused with peach and sweet fig cream. And I love the Too Faced primers. I think, the consistency and what they do are amazing. So I'm really excited to try this. So this is going to be a thicker primer than the one I'm used to from Too Faced. It smells really good, and my skin right now is kind of oily, so I'm glad that this is going to be like a mattifying primer. So I'm just going to pop this on. I love the consistency. It smells so good. I could literally smell this like peachy scent all day, every day. It does feel cooling too. It actually feels really cooling. This will definitely wake you up in the morning, so I'm really liking this primer. But this is the Peach Perfect Comfort Matte Foundation, and it is, again, infused with the peach and sweet fig cream. It's oil-free, 14-hour wear, oil controlling, which I'm really excited about, and it's photo-friendly, so I guess you're not going to get any flashback, anything like that. So we're going to test this one out. I'm just going to apply my foundation like I normally would. So I usually do a couple pumps on the back of my hand and then just distribute it around my face with little dots. I'm hoping this color will match me. Actually, it might be a little darker, but I'm just going to work with it. I only did about 2 pumps, so we'll see if that's too much or not enough. I'm thinking it's gonna be enough. I'm just going to use the brush that I normally use to apply my foundation, and this does feel cooling on the skin too, just like the primer. Feels really good, so hopefully I'll get some good coverage with this because I do have a lot of scars going on my cheeks right now. So far I really like the color. I think it is giving me a little bit of color, but I'm not mad at it. The coverage is really nice. I'm surprised how much it covered my scars on my cheeks. I'm just gonna add a little bit more in those areas, but so far it's pretty good. It definitely did dry down to more of a natural matte finish. You see like a natural kind of satin, you know, finish to it, but it is for the most part matte. I do really like it. It's not making me feel very flat and super matte, but it looks nice. I actually like this foundation. So far so good. Then I quickly added a concealer underneath my eyes for a little coverage. Now to set that makeup, I'm going to use the setting powder that also came in this collection. This is the mattifying loose setting powder. I love the packaging of this, it's so cute. And another thing that I noticed that I like is this top here. So it keeps the holes covered and you can pop it open, no mess. I love that, I think it's genius. And I'm just going to use this on my T-zone and areas where I get shiny, since this is a mattifying powder. And I'm just going to apply it with one of my Time Los Angeles powder brushes. I do actually really like the setting powder. It makes everything like super matte, but like a nice soft kind of powdery finish. It doesn't give me like a white cast or anything, and it feels very comfortable on the skin. I definitely feel like my makeup is set, and I do really love the scent of this setting powder. It has that kind of peachy scent like the rest of this collection. So I'm gonna let that set, and I'm gonna finish up my eye area and then move on to the rest of the complexion. For under my eye area, I'm just starting off with the Just Ripe eyeshadow, and I'm smudging this under my lower lashes. Then I'm blending it out with some of the Peach Punch eyeshadow. And to darken up my lash line, I'm going to smudge in the chocolate dipped eyeshadow. Alright, my eyes are finally done, and I actually like how they turned out. Better than I expected. I was kind of thinking that my eyes weren't going to work out in this video, but they did. So I'm going to move on to the rest of my complexion, and I'm taking Peach Blur. I actually did use this already, and the first time I tried it, I didn't see anything. I just put it all over, and I literally did not see anything on my face. So I'm going to try it again, and I'm just going to use a powder brush. And this is the Translucent Smoothing Finishing Powder. And it's supposed to give you kind of like a nice peachy glow. Like when I swatch it on my hand, I see it, but when I put it on my face, I don't see it. So I'm going to give this another attempt. I mean, it looks really pretty, but I don't see it. Now I'm gonna move on to bronzer. So I actually, when I previously filmed this review, I used this, which is the Bronzed Peach Melting Powder Bronzer. I tried this on my complexion and it was okay, but it kind of made me look a little muddy. I don't know if I was applying it wrong or if this product just isn't for me. So I didn't care for it. Other people out there might like it. So, you know, definitely give it a shot. If you do end up trying it, let me know what you think. But I'm just going to skip this one because I have tried it. I did not care for it. And I'm going to play with this, which I have not tried yet. And this is the Sweetie Pie Radiant Matte Bronzer. And this looks so pretty. I actually saw a lot of reviews on this one, and a lot of people have liked this. It does have kind of a shimmery top coat, but doesn't look really shimmery on the skin. So I'm curious to see how this is going to look. Okay, I love this bronzer, and it's such a beautiful color. It's definitely gonna give me more of a natural look. I think what I like the most about it is that it blended out really nicely, and it does have a little sheen to it. I think that was just from the top coat of this bronzer, because after using it, I don't really see that, you know, shimmer anymore. But it does give kind of a nice glow, even though it's supposed to be a matte bronzer. I'm curious to see if I use it in the future, if it's going to give me that sheen, but I highly recommend this bronzer. I think it's so pretty. Moving on to the blush. So I'm going to use this blush from the collection. It's called Peach My Cheeks. It's a melting powder blush. I did use this again before and I did not care for it, but I tried it with a brush the first time and then I saw a video saying you should use your fingers. So I thought I would give it a second try and use my fingers for this application. So it's supposed to be like a cream but dry to like a you know, powder finish. So I got a pretty good amount on there. And let's just pat this a little bit and see how it looks. Yeah, it works so much better with your fingers. Oh, it actually looks really pretty. Now I'm going in with the highlighter. It's the exact same consistency as the blush, so it starts off as a cream but dries down to a powder. It definitely works better when you use your finger. Don't use a brush, but I love how natural it looks. I'm going to prep my lips with a lip pencil. This is Stripped Down from MAC. And then I'm going into the lipstick. This is Peach Kiss lipstick in Sunday Funday. It's such a beautiful kind of brownie nude. And then I'm going to top it off with a lip gloss. This is the Peach Oil Lip Gloss, and this is in the color Papa Don't Peach. And I just use this on top to give it a little shine. To set my makeup, I'm going in with Peach Mist, and this is the mattifying setting spray, and you'll see what happens next. Oh my gosh, you guys, I literally just sprayed this, and I looked in the mirror because I can't see it on my camera right now, but I literally have white stuff all over my face. Like, it's all over my eyeshadow, it's all over my hair. Like, I don't know if you guys can see that. And I think it just totally ruined my eyeshadow because I literally have white spots everywhere. I'm so mad right now. So I was able to get that stuff off my face. I just used a powder brush and kind of brushed it off. So make sure you shake up that spray before you use it, like it says right here, shake it. I wish I just read that sticker. So make sure you do that so you don't get like dots all over your face like I did. So overall, after using this collection, I did learn a few things after trying, you know, a couple products a second time. And there are some things that I really liked and some things that were kind of like, they were okay, and some things I just thought weren't really worth it. So I'm just going to quickly go through the things I would recommend and things that are just like, I don't know if I would recommend. The first thing is the Just Peachy palette. I've heard so many good things about this palette and so many people loved it, and I really wanted to love it. It's kind of like okay. I feel like half of the shadows were really beautiful and easy to blend, like the peachy and brown tones. When it came to the lighter shades for like highlighting and the purple tones, they just weren't working for me. I felt like they're a little too powdery, or like I couldn't, you know, blend them out. So I don't know, I think I still have to play with this palette a little bit more just to see how it goes, but this was just kind of okay for me. The primer, I totally recommend, especially if you have oily skin. I feel like it makes everything look really matte. It's very refreshing and cooling, and it just is a great overall primer. The foundation, totally love it. I will be using this more in the future. I do like the color that I chose. This is the warm beige, and it does look like a nice natural matte on my face. It's like a medium to full coverage, very buildable, so totally recommend this. Love the setting powder. It's very lightweight. It gives you a nice matte finish. It definitely sets your makeup, and the smell is amazing, so I give this a thumbs up. The Peach Blur, it's beautiful packaging and it's a cute little compact, but when it came to the product, it didn't really do anything for me. I tried it a couple times and I didn't really see it do anything on my complexion, so I would definitely test it out first before you go ahead and make the purchase. You know, this is just my opinion. You might totally love it, but for me, it was kind of a miss. So this is the Melting Powder Bronzer, and I did try this in a previous tutorial, an attempt to make a tutorial, and I didn't really like how it looked. It looked nice like on the outer portion of my face, but when I used it more on my cheeks, it kind of looked muddy. So I think I just need to play with this more. I think it could really work, but I just got to figure out how to use it. So this was like kind of okay. I think I still need to play with this more. At first, I did not like the blush because I was applying it wrong. So when you do this, use your fingers. I actually really like the blush, and I'm curious to see what colors are out there, so I give this a thumbs up. I also didn't like the highlighter at first, but once I figured out how to apply it, I love it. It's a great everyday, very natural, subtle highlight. If you don't want like a highlight you could see a mile away, this is a great everyday, you know, alternative, and I totally recommend this highlighter. I kind of wish they come out with more colors in this. This bronzer, the Sweetie Pie bronzer, is awesome. I love it. I totally recommend it, and I can totally see it working for a bunch of skin tones. It's a beautiful bronzer that I will be using a lot. The lipstick is great. Too Faced always comes out with some amazing lipsticks. They never fail when it comes to a lipstick formula, so I totally recommend this, and I kind of want to get more colors. Last but not least is the setting spray. Make sure you shake it up before you use this because you'll get white powder all over your face and your hair. So shake this up. Once you do figure out how to use this, it's a great setting spray. It smells so good. I love it. I will be using it. Just make sure you shake it up first. All right, you guys, so I hope you enjoyed this full review on this collection. Sorry it took so long for me to get this review out there, but I did have some issues with it, and I just at first wanted to just do a tutorial, but a few things didn't work for me, so I decided to just do a full review and show you guys the whole collection. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will leave links down below to where you can find all these products, and definitely check this collection out. Too Faced is one of my favorite brands, and thank you to Too Faced for sending me the entire collection. I could not believe it, and you know, they always come out with some of the best collections and the best products, so I'm really grateful for being able to try all this stuff and then share, you know, all the products with you guys. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Can I just take a moment and say how cute this box is? I really wish it was a real refrigerator because I would totally use it.